Hello alls! So we're here for a book haul. I forgot about my April book haul. I didn't film it. Then I filmed April and May and forgot to actually edit and upload the video. So now we're here for the April, May and June book haul. So let's start with April. Yeah. And the first one is Wicked Sins by Emily A. Duncan. I read that book. I gave it 4 stars, I think. So yeah, everyone has heard about that book. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. This is said to be a very bloody and very dark book, story, YA fantasy. It is not that dark for me. Maybe I'm just the exception, or I really love dark stories. But you have basically 2 stories, 2 point of views. You have one point of view, so Nadia's point of view, who is someone who believes in good, and she hears God's whispers. She has some kind of connections with gods. And then on the other side you have the prince. The prince is actually someone who uses that evil bloody magic, whatever. And you also have a monster. I really love that story. At the end of it, I was like, wow, I loved it. I really enjoyed the characters. I love the twist in it. I really love that character development and evolution, because you see each character evolving while discovering new stuff or experiencing new stuff. So I really, really enjoyed it. It wasn't that dark for me, so maybe it will be for you. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah, I've already read it. This is maybe the only book in my book haul that I've read. Then I've got Sky Without Stars by Jessica Brody and Joanne Randall. This is a retelling of Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I already forgot what it was about, except that it was a retelling and that it is a sci-fi, actually a thief, an officer, a guardian, 3 strangers, 1 shared destiny. All 3 have roles to play in a dangerous game of revolution, and together they will shape the future of a planet. Power, romance, and destiny collide in this sweeping reimagining of Victor Hugo's masterpiece, Les Miserables. So I'm really excited about that one. It's just that it is a chunker and I need to find time to read that chunker. But I'm really, really interested in reading that one, especially because the cover is beautiful. Yes, I read books because the covers are gorgeous. Then I have Middle Game by Shannon Maguire. This is, I believe, if I remember well, the story of 2 brothers who are actually twins, who were created by someone who is not actually the father, and the twins are actually gods, but not quite yet. So I'm really intrigued. You know my love for the Wayward Children series by Shannon Maguire, so I wanted to try something else by that author, so I will do so with that one. I don't know when, but I will. Then I got Saving Meghan by DJ Palmer. I got it in my Unplugged book box. I believe this has to do with, I forgot. Oh yeah, I remember. Apparently Meghan has some kind of disease, and the doctors and nurses don't believe that she actually has that disease. They kind of believe that the mother is making that up. So she's gonna have to fight that, and she's gonna have to find proofs that her daughter is actually sick and that she needs the hospital's help. And it is a YA contemporary, so it is not what I usually read, but I really believe that Unplugged Book Box knows how to pick the books, because I really enjoyed Sadie, for instance, and it is not a YA fantasy or YA sci-fi, you know, what I usually read. So I'm intrigued by that one. So let me know if you've read that one, so you can tell me it was good or maybe not. The last book I've got in April is actually Nocturna by Maya Mostaine, and it is an exclusive cover with spread edges because the regular cover is actually red. This is a fairy lit edition, and this is a YA fantasy, and at this point this is all I know about it because I totally forgot, but I remember really wanted to read that book. And this is a problem when you have like so many books you want to read, you buy them all and then you forget about them, and you even forget what they are about. So, which is super bad. Magic for All. Oh yeah, this is apparently the story of two guys who's gonna like collide or whatever, and they're gonna realize that magic can be something else entirely, and that magic is not only good, whatever, and apparently they released something, and that magic is hungry. So yeah, really intrigued by that one. Then I believe I got only 2 books in May, which is good. So I got The Boys by Mary Weber. I've read that one. I filmed reading blog for that one because it was a pick for the Howling pack. By the way, we have a Discord. I will link it down below for the Howling pack. So I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I've read it in no time, like in a few hours, whatever. It's also like a beautiful addition for Elite. Yeah, this is basically the story of a girl who lives on the lower side of a society, because you have the lower side and the upper side, and there is some kind of competition each year, and you have to go in some kind of labyrinth, a maze, to win a scholarship for a very, very expensive university. But the problem is that it's only for boys, and she does agree with that. But she does agree with that because she also has other stuff in mind. But you will need to read that book because I don't want to spoil anything for you. But I really enjoyed it. I had a good time reading it. What I really loved is that at the end of the book, the author actually asked you questions. Like, for instance, she's gonna ask you if you see difference between men and women in your everyday life or whatever. So it was really interesting to have that kind of ending at the end of a book. But yeah, so have you read it? And the other book is Through the White Wood by Jessica Leake. So I got her other book, Beyond a Darkened Shore, which I really love. So I decided to buy that one as well because that one has some kind of Russian vibes, so snowy settings, etc. Really for me, and I really enjoyed her writing style in Beyond a Darkened Shore. So I actually forgot what it was about. It's about Sasha and Katya, yeah. So they're gonna have to work together in order to stop some kind of army and protect the people. But the Russian vibes actually convinced me, and as I've already read something by that author, I was like, why not giving that book a try? So, and I love the cover. Then in June, I got a few other books. The first one is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This copy was misprinted. I got it in an old crate box, but they already sent me another book, so I'm waiting on that copy, and it is an exclusive edition as well because it's purple and the regular cover is actually green. And this is a YA fantasy, and apparently all sorcerers are evil, or at least that's what the main character thought. She knew. She works in some kind, or let's say she grew up in some kind of library. There are good books and there are very dangerous books, which if you provoke them, they can turn you into monster, or they can turn themselves into monsters. I don't know, very, let's say, reactive books in that library. And apparently something is gonna happen, and some kind of sabotage or whatever, because the most dangerous book will be released. And yeah, she has to save the world, I guess. Apparently she's gonna have to team up with a bad guy, a very bad sorcerer and his servants, and she's gonna start to think about stuff and life, and she's gonna be, maybe what they told me isn't that true. So yeah, quite interesting. I was intrigued, so I decided to get that box because I knew that that book will be in that box. Then I have a YA contemporary book for you, and this is Like a Love Story, sorry, by Abdi Nazemian. I also got that book in an unplugged book box. So YA contemporary, you know I'm not into that, but I think that that one will be amazing and even maybe make me cry, because this has some very heavy subjects, because we're gonna talk about AIDS and also about being gay when it's not allowed in your society or in your religion, etc. So it sounds very heavy. So basically you have the story of Reza, who is an Iranian boy, and he's gay, but no one knows about it because the only image that he has about gay people is that gay people have AIDS. And then you have Judy. Judy actually is really on her uncle's side because he's actually gay and he has AIDS, and she really helps him and she loves him, etc, etc. So you really have like 2 point of views. And there is also someone else, that's Judy's best friend Art, who's gonna come in the story, but it sounds like very heavy and very powerful. Let's say powerful, I think that's the right word. So I'm quite intrigued by that book, and it has a beautiful spine. Like, it is really a YA contemporary cover. Have you read it? Then I got a sequel. Yes, I also bought a sequel, and the sequel is Shadow and Flame by Mindy Arness. And the first one is Onyx and Ivory, which I really enjoyed, so I decided to get a copy of it. So the first book is actually, so Onyx and Ivory is the story of a girl who is actually like a woman kind of thing. So she has to go from one place to another by riding a horse to deliver stuff she needs to deliver. Wow, that's an explanation. Oh my gosh. And she's gonna do that, and she's really good at it. But actually that's because she is oh, I forgot the name for that. She is a wilder, yes, because she has actually some kind of power and she can like feel and connect with animals, but that's not allowed, so she's gonna hide it. And she lives in a world where there are drakes. So drakes are some kind of dragons that attack people at night, but they're gonna see that actually night drakes are actually becoming daylight drakes, which is not normal and shouldn't happen. She's gonna have to team up with a guy she used to like but she doesn't like anymore, so the prince, and they're gonna have to work together in order to save the people and the world, etc. It's so much more than that, and I really enjoyed it. I love the characters. It wasn't cliche, it wasn't tropey. I mean, maybe a bit, but I still really enjoyed it, so I'm quite intrigued by the sequel, of course. Then another book that I got is Shadow Frost, but the review is already there. That's a book I got on NetGalley, and well, the publisher sent it to me, so thank you so much again for that. This is basically the story of a girl who is also a princess who lives in a world full of elemental magic, which I really love. I have a soft spot for elemental magic, but never mind. And she's gonna have to team up with some of her friends and also non-friends in order to kill a monster that's actually killing her people. So she's gonna go on that adventure, and while being there trying to catch that monster, she's gonna start to think, and she will be like, okay, there is something that's not quite right, and she's gonna discover some new truth. So it's really interesting, and that book is coming out actually in October 1st, 2019. So if you're interested in that, please check the review and maybe keep an eye on that book. The last book I got in June is The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg. I'm really intrigued by that book because this is actually like happening in a Luna Park or some kind of park like Disneyland, and all the people there are, not all the people there, but some of the people there are actually cyborgs or robots or whatever, and they have to make every single of your dream come true kind of thing. And apparently one of that cyborg or droid or robot is gonna start to have feelings for someone, something that should not happen actually, because she's a robot, she's not like human, she doesn't have flesh or whatever. So yeah, I'm intrigued by that one as well. So I really believe that I did good for the past 3 months. I bought some books, but I didn't buy like that many or whatever, I don't know, but I need to read more in order to kill that TBR, because you know the gem. Thank you so much, Wolves, for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed my 3 months book haul. Let me know how many books you bought recently, which one was like the best one, which one the worst one, which one you're super excited about, or which one you were super excited about but you just forgot about it, because yes, that happens. Well, okay, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the pack, and as usual, talk to me in the comment section. See you maybe on Bookstagram or Twitter or on Discord, and yeah, I will talk to you super soon, Wolves. Bye, take care.